This was the funeral of a billionaire, where the grandson strode in with a swagger looking dashing. What for? To divide the money. The other children showed no sorrow. The eldest son even couldn't help but laugh out loud. Everyone was impatiently waiting for the funeral to end, to divide the old man's enormous fortune. But when the lawyer finished reading the will, everyone was stunned. The old man hadn't left them a single penny. The children stormed out in anger. Only the grandson Jason looked utterly indifferent. His father had died young, rumored to have been killed by his grandfather, leaving their relationship permanently fractured. Jason never expected to inherit anything, but unexpectedly, the lawyer singled out Jason to stay, playing a video recording, left solely for him by his grandfather. Jason's face showed impatience, until his grandfather mentioned a super gift, and he perked up instantly. In the video, Grandpa explained there were 12 gifts in total, each more valuable than the last. But to claim them, Jason must complete a series of trials. Should he fail or quit midway, he'd receive not a single penny. The lawyer would oversee the entire process. Finishing his instructions, he handed Jason a plane ticket, ordering him to fly to Houston first thing the next morning. Jason was furious and annoyed, feeling his grandfather was playing tricks on him. But for the sake of the super gift, he still made it to the airport on time the next day. As soon as he boarded the plane, he headed straight for first class as usual, but the flight attendant immediately rushed over to stop him, saying his ticket was for economy class, and a discounted one at that, making an upgrade impossible. Jason was furious. He'd never endured such humiliation in his life. After landing, his grandfather's old friend Gus picked him up. Jason blurted out, "Where's my gift?" Gus just smiled without answering. At 5 in the morning the next day, Gus arrived punctually to wake Jason. When Jason refused to get out of bed, Gus pulled out an electric prod to help him.
Good morning.
What is your problem?
Gus then dragged Jason to the farm and taught him to drive wooden stakes. Each stake driven earned him $1, which was precisely how his grandfather had made his first fortune. But Jason couldn't care less about such small change. The moment Gus left, he sprawled on the stakes and fell fast asleep. Gus, watching silently from the shadows, continued dragging him to the farm at 5 a.m. every day. Jason gradually realized this might be the test his grandfather had mentioned. Since he was idle anyway, he decided to take the stake driving seriously. At first his stakes were crooked and uneven. Without a word, Gus looped a rope around them and pulled every crooked stake straight out of the ground. Jason was furious, but when Gus returned to the farm days later, he found Jason's stakes now straight and sturdy, stretching as far as the eye could see. The first trial was finally passed. Gus drove him back to the airport as promised, and spoke a meaningful line.
You do any work like you just did, you can do anything.
Jason clearly hadn't taken it to heart, chasing after Gus and demanding, "Where's my gift?" Gus smiled, still offering no answer. Jason felt utterly duped, storming off to confront the lawyer for an explanation. But the lawyer told him, "The job is your first gift." Jason instantly lost his temper, ready to quit the challenge on the spot. The lawyer urged him to persevere, saying all the surprises were yet to come. Jason returned home full of anticipation, but the moment he opened the door he was utterly stunned. This wasn't a surprise, it was a shock.